Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Billboard Comics, and welcome back to Girlfriend's Guide to Comic Books, the guide for the people who love comics. And also, welcome back to the third in our series and final, thankfully. Uh, um, maybe or maybe not. Maybe you're really loving this. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Uh, Final installment of our trip down the road of supplies to let the people who don't know comics, a little bit about the world of supplies, especially if they want to get stuff for their significant other who likes the comic books. This one I'm going to try. It's going to be a kind of a catch-all category of stuff that don't necessarily fit in other aspects. Some do, some don't. Um, but it's going to be um, kind of like a little different look at this stuff. First of all, I'm going to start off with dividers. Um, some people go with the collection not having any dividers whatsoever, and they just put them in there, and if they need to look at something, they just go do the flip method and stuff like this to see what there are. Some people like to have every series marked out by dividers. I'm kind of like that, but when you have a lot of comic books, it's hard to get those dividers there. Um, Dividers come in all kind of stuff. The most popular ones are plastic dividers that have, are made of like a little thin kind of sheet of plastic, and you can put it in there, and it has like a little tab, like a file folder up there. And you can put that in there. You could basically put a label on there to let you know what comic books are behind the divider. I like when I do this, I kind of stuff like this. I like to print out a like the logo. I'll get the logo of the comic book, try to copy it and paste it into a template for like the Avery 5160 um, label sheets, and just put them there and fill up the whole sheet with that, and then print them out. I'm hopefully going to start doing this like at some time if I get a little bit of extra money and stuff like this, because as you see, like the dividers aren't exactly inexpensive, and print the things out on both sides. So like, no matter which way I'm looking at the box, I can tell which one is coming. Um, but this is, I think, a fun way to actually be able to locate whatever comic book series you want quick and easily. You don't even have to go flipping. You just look, oh yeah, that's also a Western. I recognize the logo. I could look there for my John Hex goodness. Um, Dividers range in price. BCW has for 25, $16.99, all the way up to, it looks like Max Protection, which is $25.99 for 25. Um, I forgot to. Oh wait, did I forget something? Oh yes. Oh, he's standing in the closet there. Cooney.
I don't know. I just thought.
Supplies!
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Now you can go home now. We're done. Just the last time I need you. Thank you.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Yeah, I'm some stupid. I'm so stupid. I know. I got that. Okay. Anyhow, uh, so, whew, um, where was I? Dividers. And these are for the typical plastic ones, and some for a higher charge, you get a plastic one that has like a checklist on top of it. Uh, this might be fun, but it doesn't seem, there'll be series you might not have. Like it goes from like 1 to 200. What if they have a series that starts at 100, like Captain America first series, or um, say like something that changes the title, like in the mid thing, like the Tales of the Teen Titans was originally the New Teen Titans. Like where would you put that? And on the checklist and stuff like this. Um, and besides, like my checklist, I like to have something. I have two databases that I could possibly do. Um, I put it in, and also I keep like a pad with all my comic books I need in it. Um, so it's like, you know, I I kind of like I kind of like having something that I could take with me. And the purpose of the divider is to keep it in there to mark where the comic books are. So having everything marked off on it is, doesn't really affect it for me. Certain companies also have a cheaper version, a cardboard divider. Um, I've had some of these. These are pretty good. I don't know if there might be just as sturdy, not as sturdy as um, the plastic ones, but usually they're thicker and wider, especially the label section. it's more of a squared off rectangle than an actual dome, and you could like fit more of the labels on there if you want to, which is also good. Um, but a little bit different from dividers or box dividers. I don't know. If, usually in comic book industry, if one company comes up with something, it comes up with something. Another company is quick to actually add their own little take on it. But this one is done by a company by the name of Sidekick, and it's called a box divider. It's different from the actual divider because the purpose isn't to let you know what boxes are in there, what books are in the box. Sorry, it's supposed to actually keep the comic books that are in there in a non-full box from sliding or slipping or bending over. It basically has like little tabs on the side, and you put it in front of the comic books, and the comic books lean up against them so they don't actually, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of the box, and it keeps it safe and keeps it from actually, keeps it erect and upright so it doesn't get bothered. And I think this is one of the best ideas ever because, usually what I do if I have this, I usually kind of like get every kind of like piece of paper that I have and try to put it in the back there. Like say the like all those bags you get from shopping. Like if you get all those like um, really good plastic bags and you forget to bring them with you again, you get some more and you get some more, and all of a sudden your house is overrun by plastic bags. I usually fold those up and put those in the bag to actually shore up my comic books. But this one does it without actually having to, have those bags in there. Um, they usually are. I think that they are about $9.51 a piece. And again, all supplies all the way through the theme. I don't think we touched on the last one, but I should have. If you buy in bulk, you save a little bit of money. Um, so another thing is like comic extenders. It's kind of like basically like I think BCW comes out with this. It's basically a piece of like fibrous paper that you go in there, and it's designed to actually kind of like prevent yellowing. It slows down the aging process and reduce contaminants or eliminate them entirely. It's basically kind of like a way to get some of the acidity out of the comic books and help it not break down so much. Um, they usually are sold for $13.99 for 200 things of these. Uh, these might be a good thing if you have like a really good cherry Silver Age book with white pages. You want to keep it that way without actually having to slab it. You could put this in there, and that'll keep like it from getting yellowed in your personal collection. Um, so another thing that people seem to like is having the comic books in comic book binders. Um, like I see people on the internet. I don't know anybody personally, so I don't know how widespread it is. But it's also another option. They have usually have like about 11 or $12 for 12 of these binder pages, depending where you get it. Um, and you just put them in a binder and you keep the binder on the wall, and that's how you collect your comic books. Um, for me personally, I not sure I really like it because it's you know like you know it's different in cards because cards usually you don't they're not as big. So like if say the pages fold over, it probably won't affect the cards all that much. Same if that thing happens that gets misaligned and like it's warped a little bit, it'll have an effect on the comic book. But if you're just going to put it on the wall and make sure it's steady and safe and everything, it shouldn't be that much of a problem if you so choose that way. But then again, it might get expensive. You have like a big collection, like I do. Another expensive option for putting your stuff in, which I don't know if it's really designed to actually have stuff in there, is kind of like the self-encapsulation kind of methods that there are out there. Um, they're like there's a company called Comic Capsule that you could actually um, put your comic book in it. I believe it has UV protection and has like a little hook on the back you can hang it up on the wall, and it usually goes. Let's see how much it is. It's about 99 for modern day and 69 for Silver Age. Um, it's designed to, like it has UV clothing. It's like mainly designed to actually have something your comic book on display. If you're the type of person who likes to have a big display and want to make sure it's going to be right, and if it's in a room with a lot of sunlight, these might be good to get for you. However, $9.99 per item is kind of expensive for a collection like of over a couple thousand or 2,000 books. Um, so this might be catching stuff like this, like catch can. Um, there's another one that has a similar kind of prospect of this. It's Gator Guard, um, which is a little bit more pricey. It's 105 for four, so that's about $26 each, give or take. Um, but um, it's another way of keeping your stuff safe. Another alternative is comic skins, which is a different one. Kind of like their advertisements like slabbing your comic books together yourself, and it's basically kind of like the principle of like it's you have to construct the whole thing from scratch, but you could change it has different colors for the outline. It's like the border of the actual image. This is $18.99 per, I believe, and it but you have to get the comic book in the plastic thing, put it between two things of plastic, put one side on, the other side on, the other side on, the other side on, and fit on there, and then you finally have like something that kind of looks slabbed, but it really isn't, um, and more easily moved than an actual slab. Um, that's another good thing to have it displayed. I don't know if it has UV protection, so that I think like Comics Capsule has the advantage on that. Um, but you could look all these up online, and I think there are actually video comparisons of the two products, like the comic skins and the comic capsules online. For me personally, that doesn't really involve me. Um, I might get one because I have one comic book I want to display, hang up on my wall, but I don't really hang the comic books on the wall. In the daylight hanging is not really an issue. But if you do, or if you like the kind of person like have your aesthetic design of your comic book room is to have comic books on the wall, a good way of doing it is doing this. Um, that's about it right now. All I could think of. I'm sure I missed something. So if I did, if there's something that I should be included, uh, put it in the comments so people can know and be on the lookout for it. If you like this, hit the thumbs up, subscribe because I'm going to have a whole lot more of these in the future. And you know, just like and hit the like. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps so much to get these videos in the eyes of other people who might like it, and expand my growth a little bit. It doesn't cost anything except for a moment of your time, and helps a lot. So hopefully you'll do that. And I will leave you now. Until next time, keep on collecting.